For you, is this exciting to be in a matchup like this and in a position where you are on the card?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is the biggest fight of my career, and fighting a top 5 or top 6 opponent now, Damian Maia. It's a fight that people wanted to see for a long time, and it's a fight that I want to see as well. I want to fight Damian Maia before he retires, you know, and obviously sharing the card with my friend Conor is very good as well.
You say that people want to see the fight. Of course, it's because of your guys' incredible jiu-jitsu skills, but this is a mixed martial arts fight. I'm curious, when you come into a fight like that, you know people want to see you roll. You know people want to see just great submissions, great grappling. Do you feel an obligation to go in there and grapple and to put something like that on, or is it just, hey, you know, whatever this fight is, it is?
Yeah, I think that's how it is. You know, I'll just go in there and do my thing. Wherever the openings are, you know, whether it's on the feet or on the ground. But I know one thing, I think when we engage in the grappling, I'm not going to disengage, and he's probably not going to do that either. So I do believe there's going to be some grappling exchanges, you know.
You talked about fighting him before he retires. He had looked kind of old and looked like he had passed his prime, but his last couple fights, he's really been kind of revitalized, re-energized. What are your thoughts? Do you feel like he's fighting better, or do you feel like maybe it's just been kind of an anomaly that he's looked better lately?
No, it looks like he's had a second wind in his career, and I embrace that. I like that. You know, that's even better for me. You know, it looks even better when I get to finish.
You had such a great performance your last time out. Do you think about the loss at all, or was that just a bad night and forget about it?
Yeah, there was a lot to learn from that fight. You know, it was definitely not a good night for me, and well, I do appreciate it because there's a lot that I could take from that fight, and I think it's made me a lot better.
You talked about fighting on the same card with your teammate. Does it make things better when you guys are both getting ramped up for a fight at the same time? Is there any difference, or does it not really matter?
Yeah, it is better in the sense that the whole team comes together and we're on the same kind of journey. You know, we're on the same path, and so like it just emphasizes everything.
Are you thinking about what comes next? What a win here does mean? Because it would be the biggest win of your career.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just focusing on this fight for now, but you know, in my dreams, I'd like to get the title shot next year.
So Artem, when you sit here and you watch Gunnar train, what do you see he's gotten better at lately?
Yeah, I mean, everything, Gunnar and Conor, you know, every time, every camp, I'm thinking, right, this is it, I mean, it can't get any better, you know, I mean, where else do you go from here? And they surprise me every time, you know, new things, new abilities. I mean, Gunnar is striking, you know, not many people talk about it, but I think he showed it in his last fight, and he's certainly shown it to me in training many times, just how good it is. I believe he is the best striker in the welterweight division. He's yet to show that, but he certainly has the skill.
Oh, but you keep your hands a little low, Artem.
Yeah.
You like to pick on
A few people say that, yeah, but you know, it's. I know I did get a lot of criticism for that style over the years, and at the start, John used to fight with me over it as well. But that's just what feels natural to me, and you know, I certainly have made it work in many of my fights, and I think the fans like to watch it. You know, it's very exciting, so why not?
No, it's very exciting. It's just I feel like as a coach I would probably go crazy asking you to keep your hands up. But.
Well, I never wanted to be a model, so I don't really mind, you know, getting a few digs.
How satisfying was that to beat Chris the other day?
Oh, definitely, that was huge for me. You know, obviously when I first got brought back in, you know, I got a lot of criticism from the fans, you know, saying you don't deserve to be there, this and that, which I don't necessarily disagree with them. You know, they are right in a way. You know, you lose your fight, that's it, you're out. But I think those two knockouts, you know, show that I deserve to be in there, and you know, I provide a lot of excitement for the fans. Guess how many knockouts you would have seen if I wasn't there? 0.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, did you feel like you had a sense of something to prove, since everybody said, oh, you only got brought back because Conor's close to Dana and you're his teammate, so that's the only reason you got brought back? Was there a sense of needing to feel like you had to prove something?
Definitely, and just in general as well, because obviously, as you know, my record is not the most good-looking record in terms of numbers. You know, I'm 11-10, but I always felt that I've taken the hardest challenges and a lot of the people out there. And you know, I had a lot to prove. I always believe that first you work for your skills, and then your skills will work for you. And when I worked for my skills, I cut no corners, not in the gym, and especially not in the fights. And I believe that right now it's time I enjoy the rewards.
And I guess I would ask you the same thing, Gunnar, asking what you think, you know, you've seen Artem get better at, and what his chances are if he makes it into the UFC.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that you mentioned his way of keeping his hands down. When you're sparring artists like this, you see his head's right there, his hands are down, and you're like, I can hit this guy. And then next thing you know, there's like 3 punches coming at your face, and you don't even know where he is. So I think that's how this fight's gonna go. His next fight is gonna go like that. He's gonna come in and try to hit Artem, and then he's gonna wake up to Artem.
Artem, the last time we all got together like this, nobody had any questions for you. You were a quiet man. I'm sure there were some people that probably
It was the most awkward hour of my life.
That's all I wanted to ask you. What was going through your head at the time?
What the fuck am I doing here? I swear, I wanted the ground to open up and swallow me.
In your head, did you know, I can't wait till they figure out who I am and what I got to show them?
No, I thought I can't wait to get the fuck out of here. That's what I was thinking.
How about this time around? How does it feel now?
It's better now, yeah, it's better now.
How do you feel watching the show and seeing Conor get so excited and supporting you so much and getting, you know, excited when you win? How does it feel?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great, you know, to watch it back on tape. I mean, obviously, I've seen him get excited at my fights before, you know, we'd be in a small hall, you know, fighting in front of 150 people, and I could hear him screaming, you know, from the stances. And, you know, so, but it is good to watch it back on TV.
He said on The Ultimate Fighter that you broke his orbital bone or something in sparring.
Yeah.
Can you tell us the story?
This was back in the day, actually, and it was a crazy story. He was getting ready to defend his title against Jim Allers on Cage Warriors, and it was a huge fight. You know, he was, you know, trying to make it into the UFC, and you know, we were getting ready. This was back in the days when we didn't really care that much about safety. We didn't even wear head guards. We just used to go at it. We literally would come in on a Sunday, the two of us, no one in the gym. We lock the doors and we just go at it. No head guards, no nothing, small gloves. Survival, basically. And in just one of those sparring sessions, I hit him and I broke his orbital, and you know, he was out of the fight, and it all turned out good. And he fought for the lightweight title instead, and that got him into the UFC. So it worked out in the end, but yeah, at the time, it was a crazy story.
How'd you like that pool party?
That was great. I couldn't wait for the next one. I was like, Dana, because we kept saying it, you know, they don't show it on the show, but you know, you're locked in the house, and I love the house. It's a great experience. I think there are no distractions, there's nothing, you know, you train, you fight, no bills, you get paid, perfect. What else can you ask for? And the only thing that you do miss, obviously, is, you know, women. There are no women in the house, so that's the only thing. So once they brought the women in, I was like, that's it, that's paradise, I'm staying here.
Yeah, wasn't there a little clip of you doing some jiu-jitsu with a couple of the girls?
You know, you gotta, you know, teach them the skill, you know, that's, you know, I tried myself in a coaching role, I thought, you know, see how that goes.
Did they catch on?
Yeah, I don't know, you should ask them whether I'm a good coach or not.
Gunnar, it's kind of funny. Your energy is definitely different from Conor and Artem. You know, you're much more, you know, mellow and seem much more even keeled. How did you guys even come together and have such a good friendship? Because it seems a little unusual.
Yeah, I guess opposites attract a lot of times, you know. We have been together from the start, and it just, yeah, I don't know why, but we get along really well, you know, in the gym and outside the gym.
Are you kind of a calming effect on him sometimes, too?
Yeah, Conor says that, yeah. I bring him down and he brings me up.
Artem, you've been Conor's friend for a very long time. How have things changed for you guys in the last couple of years? Because obviously, you know, he's huge, you know, worldwide name now. What's it been like?
I mean, in terms of our friendship, nothing has changed. You know, just instead of getting the bus to training, you know, we drive in a Ferrari or, you know, a Mercedes. That's the only thing that's changed. But, you know, in terms of our relationship, it's still the same.
He's the same guy that he was.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
After the win the other day, Stun Gun called Damian Maia the easiest fight in the welterweight division. What do you think about that, and what's your opinion on it?
On Maia?
Oh, yeah, well, obviously you gave it a little bit, but you know, I mean, why do you think Gunnar would say that.
I don't know. Maybe he's trying to call him out for the next fight, or I don't know. Maybe he's trying to call me out for after this fight. But I don't think so. I don't think Maia is the easiest fight in this division in the top 10. He's a very dangerous fighter, and to a lot of guys, and I think they all know that. You know, going against Maia is very dangerous, and if you don't have the skill set to keep him off you, then you're gonna lose.
So why did you want to fight him so badly though? Because from what I understand, it was an effort that was made pretty quickly, you know, after he beat Neil Magny, that you guys really kind of got on there and wanted to fight him.
Yeah, I never like to call out anyone. It's just not my style. I don't like to pick my fights. I just like to fight, and I'm gonna fight all of these guys, you know. So in this case, it was getting to a point where I was thinking, everybody wants to see this fight, you know, including me. I'd like this fight, you know. I like many fights, but he's I think on his way out. He's getting older, so I thought this would be the perfect timing. So I just started mentioning it, that this would be a fight that I like, and one thing led to another. We were gonna fight in Dublin, but he had a staph infection, and then we ended up here.
And so what have you seen as the way to beat him? Because obviously he's such a great jiu-jitsu practitioner, and then for a long time he kind of got away from that and fell in love with his boxing, and now he seems to be more fluid putting it all together, even though with Neil, it was mostly grounding. So where do you see, though, you know, are the holes or the way to take him out?
Yeah, of course, everybody has holes, and I can definitely see holes in his game. I can definitely see myself finishing him either on the feet or on the ground, you know, so like always, I don't really have a strict game plan, and it wouldn't make sense for me if you look in my career. Almost every single time I fought, there's been a change of opponent. Some of them at last minute, or the last couple of weeks or something like that. So getting too attached to your opponent, it actually fits my views on this, because I don't believe in that. I like to go in there not knowing. I think that's part of mixed martial arts and martial arts, is going in there not knowing completely what you're going up against, and then seeing what you have. You know?
And I would imagine too, though, as a martial artist, you do probably have a great deal of respect for him, but he's certainly somebody who has always lived it to the highest standard.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been his fan for a long time.
So does that give you any pause? Like, you know, they say sometimes when you're standing there and you're fighting, I'm not putting words in your mouth that he's your idol, but you know, somebody that you really look up to, that sometimes people have a little bit of hesitation. Oh my God, I'm finally in here with this person who I've watched for so long.
No, it wouldn't be like that. It'd be more like I watched him and I appreciate his style and I appreciate what he's done, and I have a lot of respect for him. But fighting him is no problem.
Artem, who's going to have the louder fans, the Brazilians or the Irish?
Come on, you know the answer to that question. Why even ask? Why even ask?
Can you teach your fans to pace themselves? Sorry, we don't know how many Irish have not made it to the main event because they got too drunk. Yeah.
Hey,
Pardon me, sir.
you can take them out of Ireland, but you can't take Ireland out of them.
Right.
So. Okay, thanks, man.